This thing that has really been bothering me in the 2 years of my market. I have thought about it. I have wondered how we can approach it, and I would love you to sit on until the end of this video if you are thinking of getting into the market. So what am I talking about? I'm talking about the hidden disparity in the market pricing. Hi guys, and welcome back to Youngly Gifts. It's another video, and my name is Womoyo. So in my previous video, I talked about the markets that I attended in the year 2025. In that video, I have shared the bad, the good, and the lessons. So if you're looking to start doing markets this year, that video is very resourceful for you. Please go and watch, because last year I did attend various markets of different, let me say, design. So in today's video, I'm talking about the hidden disparity in the market pricing. And let me explain this well, what I mean with that tough statement. So you'll find that all markets, or let me just say all, because all the markets that I have attended, they have one price. So normally what happens is a poster will be put out by the organizer. And in that poster, they're going to state what kind of vendors that they're looking for. So mostly these are the categories that you'll find in the poster for vendors. There'll be people selling food. There'll be people selling handmade craft items. There'll be people selling bulk produced items. This could be jewelries, could be cosmetics, could be clothes, could be shoes, things that are produced in bulk. There'll be organic produce, like straight from the farm, and there'll be also the value added organic produce like jams, like pickles, all that. So you find that every market caters for a wide range of products. But in this video, I want to talk about the handmade items versus all the others. So I want to do a comparative breakdown to help you understand why I feel and I think that that model of pricing markets, where they have one fee for all in most of the markets, is quite a disadvantage to the handmade items or people selling handmade items. So let's start with number one, which is inventory sourcing. When you come to items or products that are produced in bulk, are produced in factory, or are made with machines, you find that those people are able to stock up for their inventory easily. As in, all you need is to have your money and make your purchase from either 10 pieces to 1,000 pieces instantly. You can do that immediately. While for handmade items, it's labor intensive, it's time consuming. For me to finish this one item and put it in the market, I need about 2 days. And in those 2 days, it means I'm dedicating most of my productive time to just one item. And what does that mean? For the hours that I'm spending creating one item, I have no pay, I have no income, and what I have produced is not even able to cater for the amount of labor and time that has gone into making that one item. Number two is stock replenishment. So you've had the first market. People with bulk produced items will just go and place another order and pay. And instantly they have their stock replenished. While for people doing handcraft, like what I'm doing, we are going to sit down for another minimum 1 month to make items to stock for the next market. So while the people selling mass-produced item can sign up for the next market and still make money. For us, we do this market, we have to take a break to produce items to be able to sign up for another market. So that means that guys who are selling bulk produced item or mass produced item have had two markets, have had two incomes, while ours is only one. So that point I have in my comparative breakdown is the profit margins. Just like I've said in the previous point, for people doing items that are produced in bulk, your profit margins are way better because all you did is purchase at a wholesale price and sell at a retail price. Even if you factor in your cost of the market, you can work out your maths very easily. While for us in handcraft, our margins are taken by the time we have to spend making our items, taken by the labor intensive work, and also reduced by the fact that while you can sign up for 3 markets, in those 3 markets, somebody doing bulk produced item has signed up and made money, I'm only able to do 1 market out of that. Point number 4 is return on investment. For people selling items produced in bulk have a higher return on investment because theirs are volume based. While I will probably have 2 pieces of this item that I'm making at my market, someone who's selling items that are produced in bulk can have 20 pieces of their items and be able to sell 15 of them, while me, I'll only probably sell 2 items because I don't have the large volumes. I am not able to produce in large volumes. Mine are handmade. Finally, scalability. So guys who are doing items that are produced in bulk, it's so easy for them to scale up their business because they get their product ready-made. And once they start growing their market base, they're able to increase their customers, then their scalability is way easy. For us in handmade, low human capital, I make everything that I sell. Even if I was to hire people to do it for me, I'll still need to pay for that labor. I cannot guarantee the quality that I get. I would have to take the risk of testing the quality they produce at my cost, because the cost of material will be mine and I will still have to pay for the labor. So scalability for people in handmade is very, very slow. Up to there, what do you think? Do you agree with those points? Do you agree? Let me know. Then we in handmade items go through another cost called cost of boredom. And I will explain this. I will actually demonstrate this. Okay, let me explain this better using myself as an example. Last year, when I started the year, I wanted to make wearables. And after making a few of them, I realized how much time they take because they're larger items to finish one. Although I made my first batch, let me call it a batch, by the end of that batch, I was also bored with the routine job, making the same item after item. I was also very, very discouraged by the time I am spending on one. Remember, handcraft work or handmade items are part of creativity. So our creativity is, sometimes I will go into making beanies and my hands will just love it. I will enjoy it and I will make like 10 beanies, but I will also get bored and want to move on to something new, something exciting. So we suffer something called the cost of boredom. And that is not a cost that is incurred by people who are buying and selling. Mass-produced items, factory-produced items. So let's say let's say I'm getting clients who want more beanies when I am bored with making beanies. I lose out on those sales because honestly, it's tough. Then we have something called the education tax. Well, for people to understand the value in our handmade items, we pitch more, we talk more, we have to explain the quality, the value, the durability. We have to explain a lot to our clients when we are selling our items. Our pitching is not similar to trying to sell items that are produced in bulk. For some reason, there is a lot of confidence and faith and trust in items that are factory produced as opposed to handmade items. When it comes to display, we also have to invest more in our display to make our products more attractive, to make them more visible. So whenever we sign up for a market with people who are selling factory produced, bulk produced items, you find that for us, the investment on display alone is higher. And actually, I'll do a video to show you my display and exactly what I have gone through in the last 2 years to set up my display and have my items more visible, and what costs and what has gone into it. I'll do that for you. The other thing we go through is market fatigue. Between December and now, I've just been making items for selling when the market starts. The markets will start happening in February, and I'll go back to my weekly markets in February. And I can tell you, I haven't made enough to last me a 1 month of selling my product. So because it takes so much time to build our inventory, if you get a bad market, it does really affect us. A bad market means that I have lost all that time that I have been making things to get ready for the market. The 2 months that I have been knitting and crocheting to get enough inventory for the market is lost when I go to a market that is bad, that has no sales. Some of our losses are beyond monetary. They are not seen in numbers, they are felt. So that's really what I would say to explain why I feel that the model of market pricing needs to be looked into. We need to speak to these organizers and see how we can align to be able to support, handmade items. And what I would recommend as Wamoyo from experience is, one, they have a tiered pricing, where you have different categories being priced differently so that you cater for everyone based on what I've shared. The second recommendation I have is prioritizing handmade items, and when they're doing the planning and organizing of the market, to give handmade items a prime spot where they're able to at least sell. So whenever you go to their stand and count 20, 30 pieces of an item, just know that that is months and months of work, long hours of work, sometimes sleepless days and nights, for them to be able to accumulate such an inventory for the market. So my appeal to the market organizers is to have a unique and prime spot for handmade items. Something else that maybe they can consider, I don't know whether this would work, is commission based. I wouldn't really want to go deep into that because this requires more analysis to see whether commission based market pricing would be viable. I don't know. I haven't thought deeper than that statement. So that's something that can be evaluated. It's a possibility, but I think I wouldn't go deep into it. Let me know what you think about my argument on the market pricing. I strongly feel that the current model favors volumes over value. I feel that it's a disadvantage to handmade items, and I honestly wish that we would have a platform where we can have this conversation with the organizers of this market. And I'm hoping that this starts a conversation that can lead to better pricing of the market and that can work towards a good support to handmade item producers. Let me know what you think in the comment section down below. And if you're loving these conversations about the market, please subscribe and look out for the video I'm going to do on how I find markets. Bye. Now, a